Hi Sync Speakers, I'm Sydney.
And I'm Nolan.
And we recently got the amazing opportunity to see an early screening of the film My Policeman, based on a 2012 novel by Bethan Roberts.
Before I talk about Harry Styles' performance, I first want to talk about the cinematography, in which the colors and how the picture is framed all work together to make a beautiful image. It kept me enticed throughout the entire thing, and I think it's the best part of the movie. Along with that, we have a great trio of characters that make up a love triangle, and I think all of them work together to make this enticing story, but I think there are some ways that they lack. For example, Patrick, who is the secret lover in this, he has a lot of great aspects of showing physicality in a love story, but at the beginning it seems a little bit forced, and it doesn't seem as if it's two-sided, it seems very one-sided. Marion, the wife in this situation, does a great job with showing just how people gripe with a situation like this. Like, how would you react to knowing that your husband is gay? But I think that some actions she does don't get redeemed in the end, so we don't get to root for her as much. And then finally Tom, played by Harry Styles, did a great job in this, much better than he did in Don't Worry Darling, but I still think he was lacking, and he became uninterested in it compared to the other two co-stars. Along with this, it had really great comedy. I think that's one of the best aspects of it. Some of the stuff that they wrote in it just really drove home with a good punchline, but there are some aspects where the comedy comes from just how awkward the situation is. I don't know if that's necessarily how they wanted it to be reacted to, but I still had a good time.
I must agree. All three actors played off each other beautifully. Their dynamic was so electric, you could truly feel it off screen. I must also say I totally agree with Nolan that the visuals really made this film. I mean, the beautiful coloring of coastal England and those bright blue skies they used throughout the film, they just took my breath away. They were so clear and so beautiful. I loved it. I also must say one of my favorite parts was the casting for this film. The film follows the young trio both in the past and the present as they grow up, reminiscing about the trials of their youth. Gina McKee as Emma Corrin's character Marion, they were just stunningly accurate. I mean, I could totally see that these two were the same person. I must also say Patrick's casting was quite great, but the most perfect to me was Harry Styles' elder, Linus Roach, who portrayed him as older Tom. And my god, like when we saw that side profile, they had the same nose, like they were the same person, I must say. But overall, the casting really made this film feel truly just so realistic that it made the message behind it even more impactful. Also, another part I really enjoyed was all the little symbols and hidden lines they used throughout the films. They were constantly connecting the story through the words that the characters used between each other in their interactions, and I think that made the story so much more in-depth and such a clever way to bring these three together and their stories, showing how complicated an affair like this truly is. This is a truly tragic story, but overall it brought up some great commentary about LGBTQ history that we don't get to see it represented on film as much. So overall, I really enjoyed this film.
Overall, I'd give this film 3.5 stars.
And I'd give it a 4.5 stars.
You can watch the movie now in select theaters, or you can wait until November 4th when it comes out on Amazon Prime.
See you later, Sync Speakers!